Good morning, students. Welcome to the online enrichment classes for standard 12th in physics. We had been discussing so far regarding the electric fields, potentials, potential differences, and I had given some assignments. I hope you are trying them sincerely. I strongly recommend you students that you must try to attempt these questions on your own. Only then you will be able to bring out the maximum out of your capability. Today most of the questions that we will discuss will be related to the topic, that is the relation between electric field and potential. One by one we shall discuss some of the questions, and it will certainly help you out in improving your concepts on the relations like E is equal to minus dV by dr, dV is equal to minus E dot dr, and so on. To begin with, here we have first question, that in a uniform electric field the potential is 10 volts at origin and it is 8 volt at 3 points. Each of the 3 points, 1 0 0 on x-axis, 0 1 0 on y-axis, 0 0 1 on z-axis. So potential is given at origin and at distance of 1 unit along x, y and z axis. Question, it is asked, what is the value of the potential at a point 1, 1, 1. Suppose I choose this point as A1, 0, 0. This point lies on x axis. So potential at A, students, how do we find this? Will be given as minus integration of E vector dot dr vector from reference to some point. Now here at origin we already know the potential that is 10 volts. So I'll write it as VA minus VO. O for origin, A is that point. Then the limits will be from O to A. We know this formula for potential difference. Now we have to move from O to A. O is origin and A is this particular point. Suppose this is origin and A is which point? 1, 0, 0. So this point lies on which axis, students? It lies on x-axis. You must know one point, students, that potential difference between 2 points, any 2 points, is independent of the path along which you move. It just depends upon the 2 points themselves. So I can choose my path to be x-axis, along x-axis. So this dr vector I will choose along x-axis. So dr vector will become how much? Dx I cap. Now E vector is not given to you. It will have x, y and z components. So you can write E vector as Ex I cap plus Ey j cap plus Ez k cap. But j cap and k cap, their dot product with I cap will become 0. That's why I am not writing those terms. Am I clear? E vector you should write Ex I cap, Ey j cap, Ez k cap. But j cap and k cap, their dot product with I cap will become 0. So this will be left. Integration from origin to A. Now the variable is only x. I dot I will become 1. So I am removing it, and this will become simply Ex into dx. Now the variable is x. So at origin, what is the value of x? It is 0. And at A, what is the value of x? At A, the value of x, you can see this point, it is how much? 1. In this way, we have written the expression for VA minus V naught. Now suppose I choose this point as B. Then I can write VB minus V at origin will be likewise how much, students? You can guess. It will be Ey dy from at O origin the value of y is 0, and at B, what is the value of y? It is 1. Similar thing. And likewise, for the third point, we shall write Vc minus Vo is likewise integral Ez dz from 0 to 1. These three things are given to you. Why I say given? Because you already know the potentials. What is Va minus V0? At A the potential is how much? 8 volts. At A, B and C the potential is 8 volt. And at origin, what is the value of potential? 10 volt. At origin it is 10, and at A it is how much? 8. So it becomes 8 minus 10, that is how much? Minus 2 volts. Likewise, this is equal to how much? This is minus 2 volt, and this is how much? This is also minus 2 volts. Now, knowing these three, what we need to find is the value of potential at this point, which I'll call it as P. So the value of potential at P, that will be written like this: Vp minus Vo is equal to, same concept we shall use, minus integration E dot dr from O to P. Now E dot dr will write how much? E vector will write as Ex I cap plus Ey j cap plus Ez k cap, and then dot product with what? Dr vector. How much will be our dr vector? Our dr vector is dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. Now this dot product, on simplification, you know, I dot I, j dot j, k dot k, they are 1, other cross terms will become 0. So what will be left behind? Will be left behind with the terms Ex dx plus Ey dy plus Ez dz. Now we can separate these three terms like so, and the minus sign will be there, and the limits from O to P, O to P, O to P. But at P, the x value is how much? 1, the y value is 1, the z value is 1. So here the variable is x. At P the variable x has value 1, here also it will have value 1, here also it has value 1, and at O, origin, it has values, the x, y, z have values 0, 0 and 0. Now this we already know. You can see here I missed, I think, minus sign. While explaining, I had missed this minus sign. So that will be here also, and that will be here also. Now you see minus Ex dx from 0 to 1, that value is how much? Minus 2 volts. Likewise, this value is how much? Minus 2 volts. This value is also how much? Minus 2 volts. So it becomes how much? Minus 6 volts. Now what is the value of V at O? At origin the V is having 10 volts value. So Vp minus 10 is equal to minus 6. So Vp becomes 10 minus 6, that is how much? 4 volts. So what is the correct answer to this particular question? 4 volts. So this is the correct option. Is this clear, students? How we are correlating potential with electric field? It's a very good question. Please practice it properly. Let's see next question. So let us see the next question. It says equation of equipotential line. You know about equipotential surface. Likewise, we can have equipotential line. That means that line where all the points are having same or equal potential values. So that line equation is given how much? Y is equal to 2x. If this be the equipotential line, question they are asking is that you have to find electric field at 1, 2 point, and you have to say which one may be the possible value of electric field at this particular point. Let's see how this equipotential line look like. looks like. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. We have the equation y is equal to 2x. It must pass through origin, and it will be something a line like so. So it will pass through origin. Now choose a point 1, 2. So point 1, 2 will be over here. So this is 1 and this is 2. So this is the point 1, 2. All these points on this particular line, which is y is equal to 2x, are at equal values of the, are having equal values of the potential. Now you know the property that electric field E vector is always normal to equipotential surface. Likewise, here we can write E vector is always perpendicular to equipotential line. Now this is the line. That means the electric field must be directed perpendicular to this line. It can be something like this, or it may be in that particular direction. This is just a possibility. What I mean that electric field must be perpendicular to this particular line. Now this is the point 1, 2. 1, 2. So this line we can say must be perpendicular to electric field. Now if I ask you what is this vector, you can see the x component 1, the y component 2, so it will be I cap plus 2 j cap. This is which vector? This is OA vector. So OA vector is our I cap plus 2 j cap. This OA vector must be perpendicular to E vector. Now you choose one by one and then see which of them will satisfy this particular condition. Now how do we test for perpendicularity of two vectors? So two vectors will be perpendicular if their dot product is how much? 0. Now in order that dot product be 0, electric field will have two components, Ex, Ey. That means Ex into 1 plus Ey into 2 must be 0. That means Ex and Ey must have opposite signs. So this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer. Only possibility is this. You can check that the dot product of this vector with this vector should come out to be 0. You can see minus 8 into 1, that is minus 8. Then we have 4 into 2, that is plus 8, and this comes out to be 0. That means this vector and this vector are perpendicular. So that is what we needed. Therefore this can be the possible value of electric field. So which concept we are using here? Here we are using the concept that electric field direction must be perpendicular to the equipotential line. Let's see next question. The next question is very important, students. We already have discussed and we know the relationship between potential and electric field. Remember, electric field is a vector quantity, potential is a scalar quantity, and they are related using the relations, you know, V is equal to minus integration of E dot dr, or E is equal to minus dV by dr. Before discussing this question, let me put some pieces of information. E we write as minus dV by dr. If you know this gradient of potential, we can find the value of electric field. But to calculate this, you should know V as a function of R. For example, if I write V for a point charge, you know V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. You know this formula for potential. Knowing this formula for potential at distance R from the point charge, you can also calculate electric field at a distance R from the point charge. And electric field will be how much? Its value will be minus dV upon dr. So is equal to minus d by dr of this particular number, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. This on solving, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught and Q being constants will come out, derivative of 1 by R will be left behind, that is minus 1 by R square. But that minus and this minus becomes plus, so we get this particular answer. But this gives the value of electric field, and if you want to write in vector form, we can associate a unit vector like so. I hope this is clear, but If V is not given directly as a function of R, like this, k times 2x square minus y square plus z square, then how would we calculate the value of electric field? For that, what I am going to discuss, please pay attention and understand how to do such questions. In such cases, we find electric field using this formula. This symbol may not be known to you. This is called as gradient. Let me put it in some general form for you. So this is given as minus del by del x of V I cap plus del by del y of V j cap plus del by del z of V k cap. Now you also probably do not know what is the meaning of this del. These are referred to as partial derivatives. Very, very important. Please have patience. You will certainly be able to do these questions if you know some ideas regarding differentiation. Partial derivative means it is partial derivative of v with respect to x. Partial derivative with respect to x means we have to treat other variables y and z in this term as constant. Likewise, in the second term, it is partial derivative with respect to what? Y. So what you will treat as constants? The other variables. Which are the other variables? X and z. Likewise, in this third term, what should be treated as constants? X and y. So you will differentiate only with respect to z. So this becomes minus, now you see, put the value of v. See the first term. What will be the first term? Del by del x of v. That means you have to differentiate only with respect to x. What is derivative of x square? It is 2x. K is constant, so I can take it out of the bracket. So this is 2 and x square derivative will become 2x. What will be derivative of y square? 0. Z square 0. Because I have told while calculating del by del x of v, we have to take y and z as constants. And then we are left with I cap. Then next term. Next term we have to differentiate with respect to y partially. So this term and this term will be taken as constants. Now the term containing y is minus y square. Its derivative will be minus 2y. So this will become minus 2y and then j cap. Then third term will be how much? Derivative of z square, that is 2z and then k cap. So derivative of this with respect to x, derivative of this with respect to y, derivative of this with respect to z. So how much we get? So we get 4xi cap minus 2y j cap plus 2z k cap. Now we have to find the value of this electric field at which point? At 1, 1, 1. So put x, y and z as 1. So x will be 1, y will be 1, z will be 1. So this is the value of electric field vector. Are they asking vector? No, they are asking its magnitude. So the magnitude of this vector will be how much? That will be simply under root this square plus this square plus this square. So this square is 16, then we have minus 2 square 4, then we have 2 square, that is 4, and the k will be outside. 16 plus 4 20, 20 plus 4 24, so we have 24 under root k, which can be written as how much? 24 is 4 into 6, so 2 root 6 times k. So which is the correct option? Second option is the correct answer to this particular question. So please understand this particular concept, and whenever potential is given in terms of x, y and z, use this formula to find the value of electric field vector. Let's see next question. The electric field is given to be uniform and its value is 100 volts per meter. It is directed along the line whose equation is given like so: y is equal to x plus 3. So y is equal to x plus 3 is a straight line, you know, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. You know students, y is equal to x is a straight line passing through origin at an angle of 45 degree. This is y is equal to x. So y is equal to x plus 3 will be at 3 units above it. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and parallel to this line. And if you have some problem in understanding this, you can just see if x is equal to 1, y will be 4, if x is 0, y is equal to 3, and you can plot the graph, you will get this same particular graph. So it passes through this point 0, 3. So this is the direction of electric field. The electric field is along this particular line. Its value is 100 volt per meter. You have to find potential difference between 2 points 3, 1 and 1, 3. Now where will be 3, 1? Let's see. 3, 1 is this one and 1, 3 is over here. These are the 2 points. So this is point A, 3, 1, and this is point B, that is 1, 3. Can you see that this particular line joining A and B is perpendicular to this line? Now how can we be sure regarding that? See this line equation, you can easily frame it. Equation of this line is also given to you. If you know the equation of these two lines, we can guess whether it is perpendicular or not. That is one method to discuss this question, but that is not the general method, because if it does not happen to be perpendicular, then we don't have any option. But I will discuss that. Equation of this line AB, its equation will be y minus, you know, if it is x1, y1, x2, y2, so y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. So this is the equation. So how much we shall get? So 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 3 minus 1 is 2, so minus 2 by 2 becomes minus 1. So minus 1 into this much will become minus x plus 1, and this is y minus 3. So y is equal to minus x, and then 3 plus 1, 4. And what is the equation of this given line? It is y is equal to x plus 3. Now these equations are of the form y is equal to mx plus c, where the slope is m. What is the slope of this line? So this line slope is minus 1. What is the slope of given line? Given line has a slope of plus 1. What is the product of slopes? Product of slopes m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So since this product of slopes is negative 1, it means these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Which two lines? This one and this one. We know that electric field direction is always perpendicular to equipotential line. Since this is the direction of electric field and this line is perpendicular to electric field, hence we can conclude that the line AB is an equipotential line. Equipotential line means all the points on line AB are at same potential. If all of them are at same potential, then the potential difference between any 2 points on this line must be how much? 0. That is the answer to this particular question. As I told earlier, this is not a general method. The general method will be to write an expression for E vector. That also I will discuss. So let me discuss that method also. First we will write the expression for E vector. Now E vector magnitude is known to us. We also need to know the direction. Direction along this vector is suppose r cap. Then E vector, or I can write n cap. Then E vector I can write as E vector is equal to its value. Value is how much? 100 volt per meter. Unit I am not writing, times n cap. Now the unit vector in this direction, you can see this line is making 45 degree. If n cap is unit vector, its component along these two axes, that is x-axis and y-axis, will be how much? 1 cos 45 and 1 sin 45. So I can write it like so: 100 into 1 cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2 I cap plus sin 45 1 by root 2 j cap. Understand this method carefully. This is a unit vector. You can see its magnitude will be root under this square plus this square. Half plus half, that is root 1, which is 1. That means it is a unit vector. So this is the general method. First I have found E vector. Then I have to find potential difference between A and B. Potential difference between A and B I'll write as VB minus VA, and you know it is given by the formula minus integration E dot dr from A to B. Now E vector has two components, Ex and Ey. Dr vector will be dx I cap. Dr vector we can write as dx I cap plus dy j cap. So this becomes equal to Ex I cap plus Ey j cap dot this much, dx I cap plus dy j cap. So Ex into dx plus Ey into dy, and the limits of integration will be from A to B. Now here the variable is x, this minus sign, so this will be minus. Now A to B, at A what is the value of x? At A the value of x is 3. Then at B what is the value of x? 1. In this way we have to choose the limits. Here the variable is y. A to B we have to go. At A what is the value of y? You can see 1. And at B what is the value of y? It is 3 is equal to, now Ex dx. What is Ex? Ex is how much? 100 upon root 2. This negative sign, so minus sign. The Ex will come out. Now integration dx is nothing but x, and then we have from 3 to 1. So 3 to 1. So this will become how much? 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. So I am writing here minus 2. Likewise the second term minus Ey. Ey is also how much? 100 upon root 2. Integration of dy is how much? Y. From where to where? 1 to 3. So this becomes how much? 3 minus 1, that is 2. This is minus, this minus minus becomes plus, and this is minus, so these two will cancel and you will get a 0. So this is a general method, students. If the lines were not perpendicular, then also you could have used this particular method. So I have discussed both the methods. You should understand both of them properly. Okay. One more question I would discuss. The question I am reading it out for you. A wheel having mass m has charge plus q and minus q on diametrically opposite points. It remains in equilibrium. So this wheel is at equilibrium on a rough inclined plane in the presence of uniform electric field. Electric field direction is given upward, it is uniform, and there is friction, and it is given that it is at equilibrium. You have to find the value of electric field. So the 4 options are given, you have to choose one of them. Now for equilibrium we need to have two things. First, net force must be 0, and second, net torque must be 0. Let's see what are the forces on this particular ring. So we have to draw the free body diagram. The gravity will be in downward direction. This will be mg. Normal reaction will be like so. Frictional force, you can check it out, it should be in that direction because it has a tendency to roll in this sense. So friction force has to be like that, and these two charges plus q and minus q will experience force QE in upward direction and in downward direction respectively. Because it is negative charge, it will experience a force in downward direction, opposite to direction of electric field. So these are the forces. Now as far as net force is concerned, this force QE and QE are in opposite direction, so no problem in that, they will cancel. So this will cancel with this. So the forces which are left are N, F and mg. We will resolve them one by one. So mg can be resolved like so. One component like this, one component like this. This is theta. So this angle will be 90 minus theta. And this component will be theta. So this angle will be theta. So this will be mg cos theta. This will be mg sin theta. So these are the components of gravitational force. Normal reaction can also be, no, normal reaction is already perpendicular to this plane. So we are done with forces. So let's write the equations. Net force is 0. So along the incline we will have the equation F is equal to how much? Mg sin theta. We must have F is equal to mg sin theta. And perpendicular to the incline we should have N is equal to this mg cos theta. QE I will not resolve because QE and QE, as I have discussed earlier, they will cancel. Let's talk about torque. We will find the torque about the center of this ring. So we will find net torque about point O. So to find the torque, we must understand that all those forces which are passing through this point O will produce zero torque. So the only forces that will produce torque are the frictional force and these two forces, that is QE and QE. The frictional force, it will produce a torque is equal, that will be equal to force into this perpendicular distance from center, that we take it as radius, so F into R. So this torque tries to turn the ring in this sense, that is clockwise. QE and QE, these two forces are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. It constitutes a couple and they try to turn it in opposite sense. So this torque must be equal to the torque exerted by QE and QE. Now how to find that torque? That torque will be, for that couple, will be the force into perpendicular distance. Now you see, this is QE and this is QE. The perpendicular distance between them is this one. So I am producing here and I am producing here. This is the perpendicular distance. This one. How much will be that perpendicular distance? You can see, students, in this particular triangle, this is 2r diameter. Radius is r, so diameter will be 2r. So this perpendicular distance in terms of theta, you can see this is theta, we have discussed. This angle is also theta. You can see again, this is theta. This line, if I produce, this angle will also be theta. So this will be 90 minus theta and this will be theta. If this is theta, this is 2r, so this will be 2r cos theta, which we don't want. We want this one, that will be 2r sin theta. So this is the perpendicular distance and the force is how much? Q times E. So we are done now. Therefore, so R will cancel. E will be how much? E will become equal to F upon 2Q sin theta. But what is F? F we have seen earlier that F is equal to, from this equation, mg sin theta. So the term sin theta will cancel and therefore our answer will be mg upon 2q. So which option is correct? It's the second option in this question that is the correct answer. That is this B. I'll stop here, students. I'll give these questions and some more which I have not discussed in the assignment link. The questions which I have done, you will do it again, and the questions which I have not discussed, please try them yourself. And as I told earlier, students, because this is the period of lockdown, we are not there to see whether you are doing it sincerely, but we have a faith in you. So please come up to our expectations. When we are showing so much faith and belief on you, I expect my students will certainly do them with their utmost care and ability. So please do not take it for granted that and please don't have that attitude that even if you don't do, nothing is going to happen. Yes, nothing is going to happen, but it is for your self assessment. If you work hard now, it will be very good for you in the future. So expecting that you will read sincerely, I wish you all the very best. Please try the questions, and if you have not attempted the questions of previous assignments also, please stop here, complete those assignments, put the queries, because I am not satisfied with the number of queries which I am getting. That clearly indicates that probably you are not solving the enrichment classes questions sincerely. I suggest to you students, please try them sincerely, and if you are having some queries, put them in the required link in your school's website. So once again, I thank you, all the very best. See you in the next class with next set of questions.